Ladies and gentlemen, would you put your hands together as we welcome his daughter, Mrs. Felice Aubrey. Mrs. Felice Aubrey to bring on, to introduce our speaker, our candidate, our next deputy leader.
Good morning, everybody. I would just like to acknowledge Senator Gibson. Senator Gibson, we just like you to know that we have you and your family in our prayers. And thank you so much for showing your support this morning. As a third-generation PLP, I am so proud to be here with all of you this morning. You see, the opportunities that have been afforded to me were only made possible through this great party, the Progressive Liberal Party. And I would just like to thank all of you stalwart councillors for all your dedication to this party and getting this country to where it is today. This morning, I have the honor of speaking on behalf of my brothers and sisters to introduce you to our father, Philip Brave Davis. I'm sure all of you know Brave Davis, the politician, but hopefully by the end of my introduction, I can provide some insight into Brave Davis, the father. Stalwarts, growing up with a father that believes in the philosophy of this party to his very core, he instilled in all of us the values that makes this party great. We all saw firsthand and understood at a very early age what the PLP represents and what it achieved. Those PLP values that require us to place others before ourselves, that demand that we show compassion for the less fortunate, and to love your country with all of your heart, were lessons that were taught every day. Daddy, to me, is the true example of what it means to be a PLP. He is always willing to help a constituent, friend, fellow PLP, and even F&Ms. I've never seen Daddy turn anyone away and have always been inspired by how much he cares and how much he is willing to give of himself. So stalwarts, when my daddy tells you, as I've heard him say on this campaign, that he's spent all of his life in the party, please know that it goes deeper than that. Know that everything he does is centered around this party's greatest ideals. He is grounded in the PLP, and he is PLP through and through. We saw this every day because it was the foundation on which we were all raised. Like all of you, Daddy was a PLP when it was unpopular to be PLP. I remember when he represented Sir Lyndon in the '94 Commission of Inquiry and all of the insults that were thrown his way. I also remember when everyone else was afraid to cross-examine Sir Geoffrey Johnstone. Daddy was not. He was brave. My father has consistently been by your side in the trenches and knows what it is to fight. This is why I know we need him to now carry his fight to the front line of this great party. PLPs, my father is steeped in your tradition and lives the philosophy of this party. He is a man that will bring about the change that this country needs. He will bring it about because he's battle-tested, he's wise, and has a steady hand. Simply, he is a man that will get the job done. Daddy's work ethic is what legends are made of. As a young girl, I remember going to bed and Daddy was working. And when we would get up to get ready to go to school, Daddy would still be working. Only as an adult would I appreciate just how hard he had worked and how much he had sacrificed to make our lives better. Now understand me when I say sacrifice. I'm not talking about for material things. What he was most vigilant about was ensuring that all of us got a very good and solid education. He was concerned about what went into our heads and not what type of clothes we were wearing to cover our bodies. He was a man that is profoundly concerned about his children, never one to lose his temper. He always kept us in line, but was always gentle. The only time I can recall Daddy getting a bit flustered was when I got married. He was all about town talking about how my future husband, Kyle, was nervous. But the truth was revealed. When we hit the church doors, he gripped my arm so tight, I knew it was him who was nervous. If there is anything that I would like for you guys to know about Daddy, know that he's always been there for us. He's been active in our lives, always putting aside his needs to meet ours. He was always that shoulder we could lean on and always had a hug to give to ease the pain. He's been a consistent presence through my most difficult challenges and my greatest successes. He's a decent man, a humble man, a man that worships his God, adores his family, cherishes his country, and loves his progressive liberal party. Before we stand to welcome him, I would just like to ask Mr. Bobby Pinder, and he'll be accompanied by Glenn, because we've selected a song that we would like to pay tribute to our father.
And just before just as they are getting set up, I'd like Mrs. Barbara Johnson. The Valley Parker said, please move your car. Someone's you're gonna be towed if you are in here. Okay, Barbara Johnson, your car needs to be moved. Thank you.